And what up, Virginia Jets fans? This is your club president, Adam Bartolo, recording live from the studio apartment in Newport News, Virginia. Thanks for watching the game preview video. So it is week 9 in the NFL. If you can believe it, after this week, the season's going to be halfway over. Where do the good times go? The 5-3 Jets host the 6-1 Bills at MetLife Stadium. 1 o'clock on Sunday. Oh boy, this will be as tough a challenge as the Jets could possibly face. Buffalo doesn't have a single glaring weakness. We're going to break them down, but you know, let me give you this stat right now. The Bills this year are 5-0 against teams that made the playoffs last season. But if you want optimism, they're 0-1 in the AFC East. That's the most optimistic stat I could find. All right, let's break these matchups down. Let's talk about when the New York Jets have the ball when they are on offense. Well, the Bills' defense is allowing only 298 yards per game. That's third in the league. Only 14 points per game. That's first in the league. They have 11 interceptions on defense. That's the most in the NFL. Some of their best players, defensive end Greg Rousseau, number 50. He's got 5 sacks, 6 tackles for a loss. He's only 22 years old. This guy does not get a whole lot of attention, but he is a force. Some other defensive linemen to watch out. You've got Ed Oliver. You've got Jordan Phillips. You've got A.J. Espinosa. At linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. At linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds, number 49. He's got a team-high 52 tackles. And then you've got the hired gun. Linebacker, Von Miller, number 40, one of the best pass rushers the NFL has ever seen. I got to tell you, those bullets are still alive. He has 6 sacks and 8 tackles for a loss. The front 7 on this team is scary. Now, I'll give you a little bit of hope. For the last 5 years, the Bills have had, in my opinion, the best safety duo in the league in Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. Well, Hyde is out for the year with a neck injury, and Jordan Poyer is now week to week with an elbow injury. He is not going to play in this game. And losing Poyer is a big deal. He has 4 interceptions. That's tied for the most in the league. Fantastic player. But instead of cornerback, you've got DeMar Hamlin and Jaquan Johnson. Those are their backup safeties. Both of these guys are 6th-round picks. Combined, they've allowed 11 catches on 12 targets for 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. In other words, these safeties get burned. The Jets have got to attack the middle of the field. That means Braxton Berrios. That means Ty Conklin. That means C.J. Uzomah. That means, if Michael Floor can hear me, get Elijah Moore into the slot and play him more than you played Jeff freaking Smith. Thank you. And by the way, Conklin, I really like what I'm seeing from Conklin. 32 receptions through week 8. That's tied for the 3rd most among Jets tight ends since 1970. Had a rough couple of weeks to start off, but I really feel he's turning his season around. And now he's becoming pretty reliable. All right, let's flip the script. When the Bills are on offense, well, you said the Bills' defense looks pretty great. What about the offense? 430 yards per game. That's the most by a mile. The 29 points per game is 2nd in the league. Quarterback Josh Allen, maybe the best or 2nd best quarterback in the league at this point. He has 2,198 yards passing. That's 3rd. 19 passing touchdowns is 2nd. The one thing, he's thrown 6 interceptions. He is a little bit turnover prone, and the Jets can take the football away. If the Jets are going to win this game, they have got to win the turnover margin by at least 2, I would say. Now, Allen, as we know from watching him, is a dual threat. We have seen him run up and down the field on the Jets. This year, he has 306 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. His 2,452 combined net yards, that is the 2nd most in NFL history through 7 games. Josh Allen is having quite the season. Quite the season. And who does he throw to? Well, Stefondiggs, number 14. He's 2nd in the league in receiving yards with 764. You've got Gabe Davis, number 13. He's really a one-trick pony. He goes deep. He's only got 16 catches on 33 targets. That's basically 2 catches per game, but he's averaging 26 yards per catch. One thing I feel pretty confident is between Sauce and DJ Reed, they could take those deep plays out of the game or at least seriously limit them. So I do feel pretty good about that. You've got Isaiah McKenzie, number 6, as the slot receiver. He's got 18 catches, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns. You won't see Jamison Crowder, the ex-Jet, in this game. He's on IR. At running back, their leading rusher is Devin Singletary, 71 carries for 323 yards, no touchdowns. And the Bills actually trying to reinforce their depth at running back, traded away running back Zach Moss, and they brought in a Nyheim Hines from Indianapolis with a trade on Tuesday. And it's interesting, there is not a Bills running back who has rushed for more than one touchdown this season. It's really all about the air game. Now, as far as the offensive line goes, because this is a unit that doesn't get a whole lot of attention, I would describe this as a veteran-focused, very large offensive line. This is not a bunch of speedy, fast, explosive guys. This is all about bulk and size and giving Josh Allen as much protection as possible. You've got a left tackle Deion Dawkins. Left guard, you've got Roger Saffold, the longtime Tennessee Titan. Mitch Morse at center. Spencer Brown over at the right tackle. So I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup to see the speed and explosiveness of this Jets defensive line, this pass rush, go against that Bills offensive line. The Jets have got to hit Allen early and often and don't let him run. It is so important that they limit Allen's running opportunities if they're going to stay in this game. Now, like we said, if the Bills have a weakness, they do turn the ball over. They have 12 turnovers this year. That's the 6th most in the league, and the Jets are very opportune to turning the other team over. They're going to have to do that in this game. Over the last 3 years, when the Bills don't turn the ball over, they're 9-0. It's that simple. If you can't turn them over, you're not going to beat them. That's basically it. So I want to see the Jets play a very aggressive game on offense and defense. This is not a time for bend but don't break. This is not a time to hold them to short gains and try to beat them and let them get like 5 yards of play. No. You have to take chances. You have to attack. If that means you get burned a time or two, so be it. That means you get them off the field. You put your offense back on the field. There might be times when instead of just going for the tackle and the wrap-up, you actually have to try to knock the football out. It's going to take big plays and big opportunities to beat this team. If they play bend but don't break, they're likely going to break at some point. All right, a couple of other game notes here. On special teams, Tyler Bass for the Bills has made 35 of 37 kicks. Penalties do scare me. The Jets have 567 penalty yards this year. That's the 2nd most in the league, only behind Denver. Buffalo's only got 265. Okay, that's less than half. Not good. Now, if I had to give you one more thing with the blueprint on how to beat this team, I look back at the game that Buffalo lost to Miami earlier this season. Even in that game, check this out. The Bills ran 90 plays compared to Miami's 39, and they outgained Miami 497 to 212, and they still lost the game. There's no way to beat this team looking pretty. You just got to slug it out. This is not about style points. This is not a game where we write the verdict on Zach Wilson's freaking career, despite what Tiki and Tierney were trying to do today on the fan, trying to ask, is Zach Wilson a bust? Is Zach Wilson a bust after one loss? It was absolutely embarrassing, and I'm still annoyed by it because it was a joke. Okay? So, I've got that out. So those are our game notes. Let's talk about a few Virginia Jets fans club notes. We will not be at AJ Gators this Sunday. We're going to be at Sneaky Pete's in Virginia Beach with the Tidewater Browns backers. They are on a bye week, so we're going to have the full run of TVs. So it's a chili cook-off. If you're entering a chili, please be there by 12:30. There's no cost to get in. It's $5 for all the chili that you can eat. It's going to be a fantastic event. All proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It's going to be a fantastic time. I can't wait to see you down there. It's going to be a heck of a challenge. This is a chance to prove the doubters of the Jets wrong. Let's be loud, be proud. Go Jets.